Oh shit. Right.
How we doing, boys? I just woke up a little late. I thought I woke up 20 minutes ago. I'm gonna be honest. I stayed up till 5 in the morning playing Neo 3.
All right, everyone. We are now live. Hello. Can actually see my hands. Yeah, you should be able to see my hands. Anyway, um, I am now properly live, and we are going to continue drawing one of the biggest page of this week's manga, right? So this is going to be an absolute nightmare to draw, and I think I'm gonna spend the entire day just focus on drawing, this. And we're gonna jump between this panel one and panel two here. It's a bit cut out right now because I need to be considerate as to where the cuts will be when I print this. Because I do plan to print it. Maybe I could just extend this like that. And clean up some dirty sketches. I've been drawing this the wrong way recently. Just because I've been carried away. I'm not thinking really, really well with the drawings. It's taking longer than it it should be. Because normally I would draw over the sketch. However, right now I'm just drawing with the sketch, if that makes sense. I'm drawing with the I'm cleaning up the sketch as I go instead of drawing over it, which takes a longer time. Hard to explain. Where's my margins at? There it is. Make these bigger and lower. Around there. Okay. So I gotta be careful not to go past beyond the first um margin, bleed, whatever you call it, right? So everything needs to be inside this box here, something like that. I don't want to go beyond this thing because this is gonna get cut out. However, I am still going to draw beyond it just a little bit. Um, yeah, okay, this is good. This is good. I like it. All right, let's start from the top. We're gonna use a lot of our classic copy and pasting technique. Yeah, just to relieve some of the hard work. A lot of these just repeat itself. I don't want to be drawing the same thing 1,000 times. So these are, I think, what we call these meticulations in the castle. So archers would shoot over here, but also there are holes underneath the battlements, so archers can also shoot down here from this window. Okay, that looks good. Let's make it more prominent like that. Okay, just these things now. Somewhere like that, right? I need to make the windows a bit closer. And maybe smaller. Just to give that scale. Whoops. Really emphasize the scale of this castle. I could even copy this. And we do something like that. No, I'm good. We won't be able to see this part anyway. This is just for the print. Um, Copy this right there. Okay, that looks good. There are some messiness going on here because I've already stretched the drawing, which is not good, but it's acceptable for me. Yeah, I don't like these things here. It's too messy. I drew it in a hurry, you know. I'm gonna redo it. Then again, just copy paste that. Just move things around so it doesn't look like it's copy paste. And there you go. Yeah, I like it. Maybe this is a tree behind, or a big bush, maybe behind this house. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be good. This is stable. So there's horses inside of this thing. We'll draw the horses too. Maybe this is a closed door. And let's draw like a little bit of a horse here. Is that a horse? All right, good enough. It's really small, guys. It's hard to draw, okay? I kind of wish I didn't make this bigger and just drew it in its original size. Because now I feel like the sketch has been ruined. But that's okay. It's just a little bit ruined. You don't notice it if you zoom out, right? And I kind of like the gritty look anyway. I'm really trying to draw um without a ruler because I've been studying, for my latest video, which had Atelier, and a lot of Kamome Shirahama's drawings when it comes to buildings, he doesn't use straight lines all the time. Well, she does use it, but not all the time. So I'm trying to avoid drawing a straight line with a ruler. Instead, I'm gonna try to draw a straight line by hand, and it's gonna have a little bit of that deviation, like this. It's not entirely straight, but it kind of gives it gives the drawing a little bit of texture. Yeah. Hello, GW. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Just drawing this big panel here. How are you? And hello to you too, Cosmo Animation Studios. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I'm good. Happy Valentine's Day. Hey, yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Did you guys go out with somebody today? Hope you. I uh I didn't. Me and my wife just stayed in, had dinner inside the house with our son. You know, when you've been together for so long, these kind of things they don't really matter. At least for me. I'm not taking it away from any. You know, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, that's great. We just don't. We've had one too many. Thanks. I'm Shido, by the way. Hey, there you go. But yeah, I just brought her flowers, like fake flowers. You know, the ones that you don't have to take care of. I gave my girlfriend heart shaped chocolates. That's so sweet, man. I was gonna give my wife chocolates, but I think we already have a lot of chocolates in the house. So I don't want to buy her anymore. She's gonna get angry at me. But yeah, it was either that or chocolates. It was either flowers or chocolates. That's what I'm trying to say. It sounds like you had an eventful Valentine's Day. Not Val. It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. You're gonna kiss your love today. Well, you know, if you're gonna bring your love some eggs, right? You and your eggs. The song I sang in the fourth grade. And roses. And roses are too overrated. I brought her sunflowers. At my school, they had a Valentine's dance. I danced with her. You got a girlfriend in your school? Or did you just invite her? That's very sweet. Kind of making me miss my younger days now. Back when I was in school, dude. When I was in school, I hated school, but the moment I graduated from school, I kind of want to go back to school. I was like, bring me back, man, with all my friends and my daily routines. Those were the days. I had a really nice high school years. But yeah, at the moment, you never really realize it that you're having a good time until it's gone. Because back in the day, I was really complaining. Oh, this is not my childhood. My childhood is ruined. But now thinking about it, it's no. I had a pretty cool childhood. It's gonna reflect, and the things that you have. It's not gonna be perfect. But dude, I had a really nice high school days. My childhood was pretty cool. I have one at my school. Eggs. Now Val just likes his eggs. He likes his egg. I'm here for inspiration. Hey, hopefully I can bring you some. Inspiration for what exactly? You're starting your own manga? Your own story, 'Cause, if that's the case, you're in the right place, buddy. Or, if you just do art in general. So right now, I'm just drawing this massive castle. It's a big canvas. And because what I do is I do manga. So this would be panel one, and this will be panel two, right? So it's a two-panel massive spread. I said a spread. I don't think it's a spread. It's just a two-panel page. And it's a big drawing, man. There's a lot to do. I mean, there's still these spaces that I need to cover. But I think we could do it in one stream. And I'm doing more pages like these pages here. Still got a few sketches to like draw over. This page is too. I'm yet to sketch this panel here. I actually forgot what this panel is about. But I gotta reread my script. Yeah, I think this is just one guy talking. This is really dialogue heavy panels, and I'm trying to be more dynamic with my posings here, so that they don't look like they're repeating poses. Right? So yeah, she's scratching her head. She's holding a scroll. She's pointing her finger up. Even though they're just really talking, they're not really doing anything. They're not doing anything meaningful. You still want to give it a more dynamic feel, right? Like this here. Besides the posing, the paneling can also help you with a more dynamic range of drawings. Because again, I don't want it to look repetitive. One more here. Okay, this is a low camera angle, a little bit lower, like below her face, right, looking up. So we should see the sky here when I do the background. What else am I drawing? She's a bit frustrated here. I kind of really want to draw just the characters now, but I also want to get the big paintings, big drawings out of the way, so I can do that tomorrow. This is another big drawing, by the way. This thing, because it's a bit detailed. There's a lot of wooden structures, beams that I have to draw, windows. I also have to draw people that are walking around this place. I think I gotta readjust this door here. This door here is too small. But yeah, this is a big drawing as well. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be a bit difficult to draw too because the background is going to be detailed as well. Since it's walking in on streets and there's gonna be buildings all over the place. Besides that, that's pretty much the plan for the week. Okay, there's a lot to draw, and I got a few days. What's today? Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I got 3 days to finish them all. So, well, I think I can finish them. It's just this and the other drawing. Which where is it? This drawing is going to be taking a long time to do. Yeah, but the character stuff, I'm pretty used to drawing them already, so I can pretty much draw them really quickly. So yeah, that's the plan. I am doing 6 pages of my own manga this week and 4 the other pages for my client. I want to do comic too, but don't know how to begin. Well, you begin by writing the story, okay? Because that's what I did, and also that's what I did wrong. I was so excited to draw this concept in my head that I just started drawing pages already, right, without a solid foundation, which was not a good idea because I keep having new ways to tell the story, and I kept redrawing and redrawing my pages, and it never end up anywhere. So instead, I took around 3 to 4 months, maybe a little bit more than that, to at least really flesh out my characters, my story, my world building stuff. And yeah, I had to learn all that too because I don't really know how to write and I don't really know how to world build, and I had to learn all of that from scratch. Which I know sounds really daunting. But what else are you gonna do in life? Just we're here to learn and observe the world, I guess. I don't mean to sound deep. I'm making a book right now. Cool, cool. What kind of book though? That's what I want to know. I'm guessing it's a book about eggs, right, Val? Or not, Val? Okay, we're gonna do some squiggly lines here for the church window. This is gonna be a church. All right, I got a few more houses to draw, and this is the road. And what I'm gonna do is just copy paste some of the roofs and place it maybe under here, and then we just have the wall to draw now, and that should be it. I don't want to rush it. I am getting the urge right now to really just rush the houses. But how cool is this? Once I finish this, I can just zoom in like this and zoom in, zoom out, and reveal a big painting. It's not about eggs. It's about some stupid drawings my classmate and I made during class. Hey, that could be the beginning of something big. Don't ever underestimate our random classmate. Okay. But some of these houses don't really make sense. I don't have to make them make sense. For example, this house has two doors, right? Maybe one is a back door, or this tower doesn't really make sense constructively speaking. But right now I'm just worried about the aesthetic of like the big picture. I'll draw a like a big tree. Where should I? There should be a tree here somewhere, right? It feels like it's lacking some greeneries. Let's draw a big tree here. Just very quickly. Draw a tree. Don't have to be detailed or it's really small. I can just justify being lazy by saying it's really small. Come on. This stuff is always tedious, but I don't want to rush it. Okay, that looks good. Let's draw more trees here. I just lacks like I feel like the town lacks some greeneries, you know? Maybe there's one like right here. I have lots of stories in mind. I have I'm sorry. I gotta read that again. Damn, my brain just turned off there. I have lots of stories in mind already. Also, the characters, all I need is background stories of each. I'm a bit ambitious. Maybe that's the reason it's holding me back. Ah, man, just don't make excuses. And I guess that's the reason why it's holding you back. Just to sit down for a little bit, write write that write that story. Do it panel by panel. Do you want to see how I write? I'll show you my script. Yeah. Hold on. Where is my script? So this is how I write my script, panel by panel. So I just take story beats from the story that I actually wrote, and I divide them by panel. Important beats, important dialogues that takes place. So yeah, so panel one, you go page one, panel one and two, panel three, panel four, things like that. It just makes it easier. Although I think I can come up with a better like process or system, but this is the system that I'm using right now. It looks like I'm copying from old Hollywood script. If I check Discord, you can see the drawings. All right, man. Where'd you put it? What's your Discord name?
Are you June?
With a really difficult to read font. But it's not. It's just my eyes. I need my glasses. But if that's you, yeah, cool drawing, man. Very vibrant. Thanks for the advice, man. Yeah, no worries, dude. Just look, if you don't feel like drawing right now, recognize why you're not really doing it. Be honest to yourself. and just stop making excuses as to, oh, it's too, I'm holding myself back. The script is not finished yet. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to things like that. Those are just excuses. And you'll never really start if you just keep telling yourself, giving yourself those allowance to take a break every now and then. And you don't want that because you're gonna get lapped by everybody else who doesn't give themselves that excuse. Like this awful, awful drawing of a tree here. Which one's my favorite of the 5 drawings? Actually, let me take a look at that again. Definitely, I think the snail is pretty good. Or that cat in the corner there. Gonna, yeah. We're gonna see your manga, man. Oh, I haven't published it. I'm entering a competition this March, so I'm holding myself back on publishing it until the competition ends in May. All right, but I can show you some of my pages now if you want. Uh, should I show you chapter 3? Just out of context. I'll show you chapter 1. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm drawing chapter 3 at the moment, and it's about halfway done. A little bit more halfway than done. Let's see. So this is the first page. If you can take a look at the screen on your left. Yeah. I've told this story many times. I never get tired of it. So that's the first page. Actually, hold on. Give me a sec, huh? Then there's the second page. This is just the opener, the prologue, so to say. It kind of starts explaining that the world is ended. It's kind of one of those stories, the apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic stories. Like very derivative. I know. This page, I'm planning to take this out. I think for one, it's out of place and it's a little bit too corny. I kind of just want to take out Zeus, Ra, and Odin out of the picture there. This is an old drawing, and looking at it now, I think I could relocate this to a different page. Really, this is the fall of the gods. They get defeated. Nobody saves anybody. Then the barrier, the creation of the barrier, which is where the like the main living area, kind of like Attack on Titan. Again, very derivative, right? So this is the introduction of our main character, one of our main character. I also want to redraw her here instead of just having her stand up. I kind of want her to stand on top of the table. I'm thinking about it because on the next page she's not really doing that, right? She's just standing up. So this kind of flows already really well. Yeah. So this is like a bar scene. She throws a mug at this guy and she gets kicked out. And we met our secondary, or this is there are two main characters here. This girl and this guy. At least we start off with them, right? And yeah, this guy, she hits the market for gonna look for a job because they need money for fundings for their campaign. And yeah, this is where a bit of action starts. We meet our another character, Senor Nestor. This area over here is more of a Spanish, French, kind of European medieval type of area. So we get like really Spanish names, Spanish and French names. So Senor Nestor is a very Spanish name. And he's part of a organization called the Consejo de Nestor, de Senor, or the Senors. Very similar to Bleach's captain system, right? Again, very derivative. I know. So this is just a display of how popular this guy is amongst the public. But he gets interrupted, and his speech gets interrupted by a brick thrown at him by our main character. And yeah, a bit of action starts. She gets chased down by this guy's goons. Yeah, a bit of action here. Where's the thing? Okay, this thing I want to revise this. Instead, the third panel, I wanted to be a wide shot of this kick here, right? And yeah, I think I want to revise this. I want to add one more page in between this page and this page, where they get wrangled up. And this is an explanation of my power system, which are rune magic or rune coins. Again, very derivative of Witch Hat Atelier's magic system. I'm pretty much just combining all the things that I like, okay? Don't judge me. And yeah, this is pretty much where the chapter ends, right there on a cliffhanger, where this guy is kind of angry at her for, hurting his men, and just disturbing the peace in general. Yeah, I make it look like he's really angry here, which also I want to revise the dialogue. But that's where chapter 1 and chapter 2 end. This is chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay. And chapter 3, I'm currently working on it. I'll show that to you guys once it's ready. I think I can show at least 4 or 5 chapters by April, because I got that manga competition on March, and I don't want to show too much to the public until then, right? So hopefully by then I can at least draw 5 chapters before I actually publish this somewhere online. I might make a documentary and submit it into international competition. Yay, dude, you do it. What do you mean you might? Just go do it. Don't say you might. That's what you want to do, right? But yeah, hopefully that gives you a rundown as to what my story is about. I'm not really copying. Well, I am copying, but I'm not really copying too much of the story beats from, Attack on Titan or Witch at Atelier. I'm trying to take some of their essence and then twisting it into my own thing, And plus, I think that's what they did anyway. Like, Attack on Titan is not really an original story, right? I mean, there have been stories like that before. just told in a unique way, you know, the Isayama way. And that's what I'm trying to do. Wow, nice one. Thank you for a glimpse of your work. Hopefully one day I also share mine, clean and good luck to you like yours. Good like yours. Yeah, dude, just work on it every day, man. That's all you have to do. You know, my channel is here for artists to be inspired to do something of their, you know, with their art. I really want to do that because I'm seeing less and less artists today that are willing to actually draw something, and I think it's because of AI. You know, all this AI deal. I'm not totally against AI, by the way. I might get to go. All right, no worries, man. I'm not totally against AI. I'm just against the generative stuff. You know, I can't really reconcile the thievery that it does. But also at the same time, there are things that AI has done really well for us, like cancer research, for example. But I digress. Ooh, just one, two, three more houses. Actually, you know, I'm gonna get rid of that. One more house. Well, three more house. But there's no amount of AI that can really take away the pleasure of drawing for myself, you know? It's kind of like maybe Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft, but a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you do. So maybe for me it's like No Man's Sky or what's another building game? Valheim, you know, those kind of things where you build bases. It's the satisfying thing about them is when you the process of building the base, right? And then when you look back and just admire your own creation. It's the same with art, you know. It takes some time to do those things in those games, and once they're done, it's really satisfying. That's really what I'm looking for, and there's no amount of AI that can take that away from me, or you rather. How about Terraria? Oh, it's a good game. I haven't played it, but I have lots of friends that do, so I assume it's a good game, and you play it too anyway. I bet you think it's a good game too. All right, that's enough of that there. Maybe just fix this road. Just a few more houses. I'm getting actually really tired of drawing these repetitive houses, eh? But again, you gotta do the hard work. Oh man, really annoying. I got like, well, how many? One, two, three, four, five, 6.5 houses to draw. Oh, maybe 7. Just to relieve myself of this drawing houses, I'm gonna draw something else instead. Uh, Jump into a different section of the page, yeah, like this battlements here. It looks cool. Okay. The way I draw, I kind of like this gritty, imperfect look, like it's dirty, just because it kind of mimics the imperfectness, the the grittiness of traditional art. I don't know. That's just me, maybe. Right. This angle is hard. Okay, I think that works fine. Do one more. That works fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your background is fun. It is very fun. Yeah. I say that ironically. It's really fun. But when you're drawing the same background, the same thing over and over again, it becomes a bit tedious. So I actually have a system for this too. Which instead of drawing the same thing over and over again, I just drew them once, and then I have a folder where I can just copy paste them. Like a tree or a mountain. I'll show you. I'll show you later once I get into drawing the mountains, right? Um, because I'm just gonna copy paste the mountains here, mountains that I've already drawn. Is that right? The angle should be correct. Yeah, it looks correct to me. All right. It doesn't have to be perfect. The perspective, I mean, it just needs to look like it's good, right? And to me, that looks good. I need to draw the, I don't know what you call matriculation. See, castles has this um, angled walls. The archers can shoot below them. They kind of look like this. They have a small hole below the castle, like that. So, archers would shoot this way, but it's kind of difficult to angle yourself if the enemy is right here. Or, I mean, how are you going to shoot this guy here? So instead, castles have this wall. I think at this hole, I mean, I think it's called matriculations. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna look that up. Matriculations. All right, matriculations. Or whatever. I don't know. Okay, whatever it is. It's the thing so you can shoot downwards. The Mirage Land. Hi, man. Welcome to the stream. So this is matriculation, so you can shoot downwards as an archer here. We're gonna add that too. Just a little bit of it. Okay. I'm having trouble with the angle here. That looks right. Oh, actually, wait. This is wrong. It'd be here. And here. I'm just eyeballing this, okay? No guides. One more. Actually, you know what? Let's change angles now. Here, we should be seeing the front part of the matriculation, quote unquote. What is this line? Then we'll go back to this angle, but flipped. Okay. Flipped. And last one, flipped. That looks good, right? I like it. It's not perfect. I mean, the proportion of it is definitely wrong. But I'm just looking at the bigger picture when you zoom out. That kind of looks good. Looks good to me. Let's erase this now. And we can just copy this part. So we get a perfect curve, maybe, hopefully. Smaller, because it's a bit further away. There you go. Wait, let's actually line that up with the wall here. That doesn't make sense, right? should be. It should be a bit more curve at the end here. Like that. Almost there. Okay. Again, not perfect proportions. Definitely doesn't look. It doesn't look but it doesn't look bad. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It kind of looks bad now that I'm looking at it again. I'll stick with it for now. Okay. I'll figure this out later. I think it's this thing. Let me try something. Nah, 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 nah. For this to be correct, this battlement here needs to be shaped like this instead. Showing its top. Yeah. I'll fix that later. It's okay. I really want to fix that. It looks terrible. But I'll just come back to it, okay? Great. It's coming along. I kind of don't like this here. It looks like it's sitting on top of this battlement instead of being behind it. What I'm gonna do is just gonna make that um, stand on its own. Maybe I'll just leave that here. Nah. I don't know where to put this. Maybe right here. This could be like a maybe a lone tower in the middle of nowhere. I don't know, it kind of looks cool. Sitting all by itself here. Continue drawing that later. Get back to the houses a little bit. Maybe I can draw them simultaneously. Just to shorten the load. But I gotta keep in mind that I don't want to rush this. I'm starting to get that urge again. I definitely need to redraw this. Man, what a waste, eh? Yeah, it's bothering me now. Alright, who cares? Let's just redraw it. It's gonna make me cry. Erasing something that I took me a long time to draw. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try something, yeah? Maybe I don't need to redraw this. Maybe I just need to change the angle. Okay. Change the angle just a little bit. Um, wait. No. I got this. So it's supposed to curve, right? And the way it ends here is supposed to be straight. So like this, right? Aligning with this stuff here on the other side. Right there. That's where it's supposed to start. And this is where it's going to end. So how are we gonna draw that line? Like that. One more time. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's redraw it. That looks just a tad bit better, but now I gotta worry about the angle. You know what? I think it's best if we just freaking redraw this thing. Damn it. Nah, it's unsalvageable. maybe I don't need to curve it. I can just draw one more battlement here. Big one. Or copy this. So this is just about, this is what drawing is really. Problem solving. You're in the business of solving problems. Right? So now we can just draw a less epic, but equally as uh equally impressive wall here. So now the wall can just go straight like this. And straight like that. Right? Yeah, that works. One more here. But maybe this one isn't as 3D. See how that works? Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Yeah, that works. There you go. I think that works perfectly. Just a bit of cleanup here and there, and we should be good to go. I don't even need to draw the battlements. Oh, all right. Let's do some character stuff. I got the sketch here that I'm almost finished. What's your favorite manga artist? Right now it changes a lot. Okay, but right now it's an artist called Kamome Shirahama by Witch Hat Atelier. I talk about her all the time on my Discord, and it's kind of getting. I know my followers are gonna kind of getting annoyed with it, you know. But I'm gonna rub it in their faces as much as I can. How good she is. It's just that her paneling is unmatched. Before it was what's his name? Yasuke Murata, the artist for One Punch Man. I don't even like One Punch Man, but his art is so good. I mean, One Punch Man's okay, I guess. It's not the best, you know. It's an okay series for me. But Kamome Shirahama, um, not a manga artist, but he does black and white stuff, very similar to manga. Aki Bright, also very nice artist to study if you want to draw manga. I think he is a well, he does comic books, right? He's a Japanese guy who does comic books. What a sin. Kamome Shirahama also did comic books, I think, with Spider-Man. Not really industry exclusive thing to do, either manga or comic book, right? I mean, they're just the same thing, just different culture, culturally different, but practically the same thing. Hetsu. Yeah, there you go. A bit more rounded. Who's yours? Who's your favorite mangaka? So this is one of the ways I kind of draw as well. It's just I draw while erasing the sketch. So for you, those of you guys who are asking me for a sketch, sometimes I have a sketch, sometimes I don't. Okay, this is the most ineffective way to draw. Okay, I admit that this actually takes a longer time, but I kind of just like doing this when I'm in the zone. I'm not in a hurry anymore, really. This is just a bad habit of mine. It's too late for me to go back now. I've drawn so much. I also like to say Yasuke Murata's art. Yeah. Did you notice my opening was inspired by one of Yasuke Murata's art? The opening for my manga. He also did a lesser known manga, but he also did Eye Shield 20 what 2021 22 Eye Shield 21 about football. The foreshortening shots of the action scenes for that manga is insane. Probably, I think, arguably better than One Punch Man. Arguably. I'm also a big fan of Gus. I'm also a big fan of Gustav Dor. Not a manga artist, but inspired me. I think I've heard of him before. Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen some of his art before. I just the name sounds familiar, but yeah, this is pretty cool. Dark fantasy stuff, biblical kind of Renaissance era black and whites. Yeah, well picked. Well, besides like mangakas, I like JC Linedecker. Um, what's his name? Freaking hell, the guy that did Conan. Um, Frazetta. Frazetta. What's his first name? Frank Frazetta. That's the one. And he has another rival, Vallejo. Vincent Vallejo? Man, it's been a while. Boris Vallejo. That's the one. Yeah, Frank Frazetta, Boris Vallejo. More concept art ones is man, I forgot his name. Freaking hell. Ah, fuck, I forgot his name. But yeah, Feng Zhu, dude, those are like my artists, right? Hands is too big. That looks good. I think the hair needs to be a little lower on this area. Yeah, to make that head more rounded. And let's connect the face here. Okay, this area is shaping up. I think I'm almost ready to get back to the houses now. Almost. That's my weakness, anatomy. Why I almost draw mechs and creatures. Anatomy, huh? I think that's everybody's problem. Even mine, really. Well, drawing hands. So I think I've drawn so many hands, but I still have trouble with it. I can draw certain angles really well, like what just see me there, right? Um, but there are angles that are I need help, especially with the I'll tell you right now, the angle where the pinky finger is in front, that really catches me off. But when the thumb is in front of the view, I can draw it really well. I'm not even sure if this is how you draw a fist, okay? It looks like a fist. Let me see my own. Yeah, it looks like that. I think it's just the folds here are kind of wrong. There you go. Yeah, that's much better. All right, just let's clean this up. Right. Hells yeah, there we go. This is exactly what I want. All right. Cut that. And we're going to trace it. Okay. This is how you should draw. Okay. Don't copy my style right now because I'm just doing this because I'm really in the zone. I don't normally draw like this, okay? But this is how you should draw. You do the sketch first, and then you trace your own sketch. It's so much faster than what I'm doing right now. Do you have Discord? I do. I'll invite you to. I should have done this earlier, but I'm gonna send a link to my Discord server, and you can join us there. Yeah, how's that sound? There you go. Feel free to join, man. There's a lot of people who are trying to improve their art and mostly just do manga in my server. Very small server, by the way. I'm just starting out. And I'm trying to grow it. You know, maybe we can do a few fun things like roast your art or maybe art review things like that, right? Like what Sam is doing. Sam does art. Make sure to just subscribe to the YouTube channel too, man. I post videos maybe once or twice a month. It's currently my part-time job. It's not really a job. I'm not getting paid. Okay, that's a fist. Well, I want it closer to his hand here. And I mostly do manga stuff and world building stuff. I actually haven't done a world building video. Maybe I should do that next. Since I'm thinking of either tiers of drawing, different levels of drawing, and where you should start. Because a lot of learners in my server are more practical learner. They don't really do well with the fundamentals. That's okay. People learn different ways. So maybe telling them what to draw instead of how to draw could be beneficial for some people too. If you're a beginner, for example, I want my channel to be beginner friendly. I think the hand is too big. It is too big. Let's make it smaller. There you go. Perfect size. And excess clothing here. For the belt here. And where's my margin? Okay. So we're not going to draw his leg all the way because this thing is gonna get cut off here anyway. This line here. Okay. So we're just gonna cut him off here then. Really weird, I know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop being lazy and just freaking draw his hair, his leg. Because that looks terrible. Just drawing half his leg like that. Thanks, man. I drawn already. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, just be nice to people there. Everybody's pretty cool. I don't actually have a rules page, but everybody there is nice to each other anyway. Right. This is the one thing I really don't like to draw is the legs. Okay, this is just some random strands for the hair. Yeah, it looks good. I know, zoom out just a little bit. Okay, I think his neck looks too thick for his age. So let's maybe lessen the effect of that. It's making him look older. Then I just need to curve his head just a little bit more here. Like that. I'm gonna make him look up just a little bit, yeah? There you go. Now he looks like it's looking at his partner here. All right. There's only a few things I need to draw here, right? I need to clean the battlements. These things here. These things here. And I just need to finish this group of houses. And yeah, the details here should be quick to do. Just add texture. That's gonna be so easy. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I'm kind of tired. I need to go to sleep. But anyways, Elias and everybody else, not Val, thank you very much for joining me on this stream. I might go back and stream later again for a second time once I get some rest. Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much for. Thank you again. I'm just gonna end the stream. I don't know how to end the stream. See ya. You too, man. Take care. Like and subscribe.